Hello and welcome to another SkaredCast battle report. Today we've got the Ynnari, 1850 points versus the Eldar, 1850 points. We have Tim and his Seer Council and a Melter Sathash Wraith Knight versus a Reborn Host detachment with some Uthwe Strike Force. This is Mission 2 of the ITC. Let's begin. Okay, so welcome to the battle report. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be a tight-fought competitive game. We've got Objective 1 over here. We're playing ITC Mission 2, which is Hammer and Anvil, and the Relic, which is here as well. And then my objective, which is objective number 2, is over here. Maelstrom, we have kill a unit, secure either of the objectives, hold the line, and behind enemy lines. So there's lots of different things to go on. First strike is one of the tertiaries, as well as slay the warlord and secure objective quarters. So we've got 5 warlocks, 2 farseers, Forge World, Phoenix Lord, and an Autarch in here with the Wraith Knight. That's what he's deploying. And he's got 2 units of 7 Warp Spiders that are deep striking with Exarchs, and 3 units of 3-man Scat Bikes. I have Ynneads Net, or Ynneads Net. So I was corrected on that pronunciation in another video, so I'm trying to pronounce it properly. So I've got 6 Reaver Jet Bikes, 3 Scat Bikes, 2 Skyweavers, and a Warlock. That got the cool Nova power. And I've got an Uthwe Strike Force of 2 Vipers and 2 Warwalkers. Okay, so other than that, it is Night Fight because I am Night Attacker. And he's Warlord trait is the Forge World character that forces me to take the leadership test to shoot at his unit if I'm within 12 inches. Okay, so on to seizing. Do you want to try seize? He does. And that is a 3. We're moving on to Ynneads, turn 1. Okay, folks, it's turn 1. We had the Uthwe Strike Force, Deep Strike, which is awesome, and I focused all my fire on the Farseer that was here, exposed. I killed the Farseer, but it's not the one with Fortune, which is the important one. The one with Fortune is back here. And Illyrith, the Warlord, has 1 wound left. So I did as much as I could there. That means that the unit is still strong there. And then I did get first strike, and I'm trying to keep units within 12 inches of his deployment zone for my secondary. And I have a Venom trying to take my objective 2 in the backfield. In the meantime, I've moved up and kind of taken the Relic and possession of the Kabalite Warriors and moved my army into a central position with my Harlequins in a Raider, because I can do that now, which is awesome. Okay, moving on to turn 1 for the Eldar. Let's see what they can do. Okay, boys and girls, turn 1. So Maelstrom, he didn't get any of the Maelstroms because except for he needs to have at least 3 units, but he doesn't in his deployment zone. He denied me a Maelstrom by killing all 4 of my units. This Wraith Knight killed this guy here, killed that guy there, and then melted both of these guys here. It was pretty brutal. And then his Farseer lost Fortune, so they're Fortune for this 1 game, but he perils, and he no longer has Fortune, which is a big deal for this Death Star right here. Other than that, I do have the Relic over here, and I have some reserves to arrive. I have got Ynneads Net. It's 1 reserve roll for the entire formation, needing a 3+. And I'm going to keep them off because there's Jet Bikes and Warp Spiders coming in next turn.
Good choice.
And then I do have my my Scourge, and they have to stay off. Okay, so we're moving on to turn 2, and my mission objectives are going to be kill a unit, or hold the line, or have a unit within 12 inches of the enemy table edge. So I'm going to go for have a unit within 12. I'm going to go for kill a unit as well. Okay, moving on to the next turn. Okay, so we're looking at turn 2. It was just a maneuvering turn. Got the relic into the Wave Serpent. Got the Dire Avengers out, the Kabalite Warriors there. Moved this Venom out. Moved the Fire Dragons into more central position. And then boosted the Harlequins, my Warlord, a unit of Kabalite Warriors and a Venom, and another Venom within 12, because that's one of my Maelstroms and I'm trying to get it. And so we shall see, as the reserves is 2 units of Deep Striking Warp Spiders coming in, and Warp Spiders. So they both come in, and then 3 units of Jet Bikes. Oh, he's just bringing 1 in. Okay, 1 unit of Warp Spiders and Jet Bikes. We have.
I'll bring 1 in.
1 in? Okay, so 1 unit of Jet Bikes and 1 unit of Deep Striking Warp Spiders. Okay, on to turn 2. Okay, Eldar turn 2. We had Deep Striking Warp Spiders come in. They actually killed this Wave Serpent. They glanced it to death, which was very good. The Dire Avengers shot at them and didn't kill any. And then they moved and kind of boosted back there. Other than that, these guys are pinned from an Eldritch Storm, and they lost 2 of their number. And the Scat Bikes came in from reserve, and they're holding Objective 1 right now. While a lot of shooting, so 1 Venom dead, 1 Venom with 1 hull point left, a weapon destroyed on here, but they are fine giving me my Maelstrom point for a unit behind enemy lines. Okay, so we do have some reserves to show up. So I've got the Ynneads net. And they are, I'm going to bring them on, and then I have the Scourge, and I will add +1 to bring them on as well. Okay, so we're looking at objectives. We have secure objective 1, secure objective 2, and have 3 of your units and none of the enemy within 12 inches of my own table edge. So I'm going to go for secure objective 1 and secure objective 2, which will be very hard for me to do, but it at least forces Tim to deal with it. Okay, on to turn 3. Okay, an eventful turn 3. We had the net come in, so I had the Harlequins come in this way, the Eldar jet bikes come in this way, the Reavers come in this way, and then the Warlock come in on this side. The Warlock Nova powered with the new Revenant power, killing 5 Warp Spiders, which is awesome. And then they jumped because I tried to shoot at them, and they kind of got all between the pillars here, so I was unable to shoot at them with everything else here. These Fire Dragons killed a Farseer here because the lookouts are rolls, even with Conceal and a 2+ save, so that was really unlucky on Tim's part. And then the Harlequins ran in. I just have to consolidate them, but they ran in, they killed the Wraith Knight. The death of the Wraith Knight activated these jet bikes to Soul Burst and the Reavers, so I shot and then charged in with the Reavers and killed Illyrith and a bunch of other models as well. So a good turn 4, and we have the other unit of Warp Spiders coming in. It's turn 3, so another unit of Warp Spiders comes in, and yep, and then everything's coming on. 2 jet bikes. Other than that, my objectives are to secure objective 2 and 1, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, so we had turn 3. My Reaver jet bikes killed the last Warlock in combat, lost 2 models. So now, but they hit and ran this way towards all the Warp Spiders in the back there. Then we have the 2 units of scatter bikes, turbo boosting and moving up, trying to stay alive as much as possible, while the Ynnari death is all on this side of the board here. So we'll see what happens as it goes into turn 4. Right now I'm winning Maelstrom, and I do have the relic, so but it's only turn 4 now, so we'll see what happens after this. So far I'm more worried about killing these guys to stop some mobility, and then hopefully doing some damage to these jet bikes as well. Okay, so it is turn 4, and I got have an enemy unit within, a unit within 12 inches, and kill the unit. Was that right? Yes. Yeah. So I killed the Autarch, and I killed a unit of jet bikes back there. So essentially, this turn was about consolidating my points ahead. So what I did is I moved a bunch of units within 7 inches of the Autarch, and then shot a lot to kill him, soul bursting my Reaver jet bikes to then charge into the Warp Spiders that were here. But I did lose 2 Reavers, and I only killed 1 Warp Spider, so that's how it goes. And then he hit and run back this way. So at the end of this middle of turn 4, I have the relic. It is inside this wave serpent with the Cavalite warriors. We have one warp spider back here, an exarch with 1 wound left. We've got this unit of warp spiders. It's 6 of them with an exarch and a unit of scat bikes. I am heavily up on Maelstrom points, and the only real thing he could do at this point is to try and deny me primary to basically deny the 4 points.
I could take it.
Yeah, well, that would be 4 points, right? So he could take that, and if it was a tournament, that could help him in the standings.
Well,
with getting some points here. He does have first strike as well.
I would hide them.
Yeah, so they would come here and hide. These guys would basically just attack here.
Well, I wouldn't even need it.
You just deny it, right? Yeah.
Well, I would take it with OBSEC.
Yeah, that's right. So they could take that with OBSEC if he keeps these guys alive.
Which, if it was a tournament, I would just wait.
Yeah, so if it was a tournament, you know, that's exactly, he has bottom a turn right now, so he could kind of expose my relic out of transports and then basically secure it with even 1 jet bike left, and hope that the game ends at that point. So we're going to call the game here. There's going to be a tactical corner, but Tim is going to talk a little bit about how the game went and if he would have done anything differently.
I think for the most part I played it pretty well. I think I should have maybe taken my Wraith Knight off the table on that second turn, but I was relying on him to do more damage and kill those 3 transports, which I think if I would have done, I would have been in okay shape.
And those are the 3 transports that I boosted in the corner there,
yeah,
with the Harlequins. Eventually, those Harlequins were what came and basically just created a giant domino effect in this corner here.
Because if I would have killed their transport, we wouldn't have gotten that charge.
No, they wouldn't have gotten
and
that.
And then I probably would have shot them to death because they died pretty easy.
Yeah.
And other than that, I think I played it. I was trying to get you in my corner and then just come over here, but I unfortunately had bad luck here with the council.
Yeah, it was quite a few rolls that you failed on the council.
3 1s in a row.
Yeah, that killed the warlock, your warlord, not the warlord, but then Illyrith died to cluster caltrop reaver jet bikes.
So I think I would have been in a good position because then I could have had these 2 table holders, the relic, and then you wouldn't have gotten warlord.
Yep. It would have definitely, that third, was it third turn? That third turn. That was a pivotal turn for the Ynnari and the Eldar. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. There will be a tactical corner where I talk about the lists in a little bit more detail and the strategy involved. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like the content, share, like, subscribe, and become a patron if you really like it. Okay, and on to the tactical corner. Thanks a lot for playing, Tim. Really appreciate it. And we will see you guys on the next video. Hello and welcome to another Tactical Corner. We are playing Mission 2 of the ITC, and I'm playing Ynnari for about the 4th time. Now, this list was relatively interesting. I've been really mulling over the different options that I can take in the book, and one of the things that I found at a strategic level was that the Ynnari gives you so many options, it's very easy to get carried away and to try and include every option within an army. And this does not work because points are a limiting factor. So there's a few things that I found that are going to be staples in my list. Number 1 is the Uthwe Strike Force. The ability to null deploy and bring down good shooting killer units like Warwalkers and Vipers without the fear of scattering into the enemy makes for a very reliable turn 1 null deploy. It also means you can stay out of line of sight to deny interceptor and or go in for the kill for things like first blood or first strike, or even line breaker or secure objectives early in the game when the rest of your army is off the board. The second thing is I'm really liking a combination of, like, I'm still figuring out what I want the core of my army to be, whether it's Wraith Guard or Fire Dragons. I tried the Harlequins again, this time in a Raider, because they can all go in the bigger transport with an Autarch that had a Benji mask, and it was quite effective. And of course, just stock
Cabalite warriors, 5 of them with rifles in dual splinter cannon venoms. The same sort of thing I'm used to in a Dark Eldar army, but with the power from death, which I feel makes them a lot more useful. And then the Wave Serpents. The biggest reason there is to get the other aspect warriors into play, into position faster. I find the Dire Avengers are fantastic in a Ynnari army, and the Fire Dragons are really good as well. So onto the general tactics of the game. Tim decided to null deploy in order to make sure I didn't target his jet bikes, which was a smart move on his part, but it meant that I was able to put a lot of pressure on the relic from the beginning of the game, and had enough in my army to split apart and go put some pressure in his backfield. Taking out that Wraith Knight on the 3rd turn was a very big turning point. And there were a few key things that did go my way. Essentially, the Seer Council losing Fortune and then having a few bad rolls in order to lose the other Farseer and some key characters. Now, if the Seer Council would not have lost Fortune, they would have started to multi-charge a lot of my units. But I was forcing him to play to try and get the relic. And that was my main game plan, was to capitalize on the Maelstrom points, but force him to fight for the relic, and just sacrificing. I was willing to sacrifice my whole army at that point in order to either contest or take the relic, while killing his jet bikes. That was the biggest thing. His objectives secured jet bikes are the things that had to go. And I wasn't too worried about the warp spiders. They're more of a psychological warfare thing. But let me know what you think. Would you have played the game any differently? Leave a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.